Out the door, and I pulled up in the same hot van we had earlier. And I grabbed his arm. I said, nigga, get in. And he broke and ran. So I just started shooting out the door, and I pulled up in the same hot van we had earlier. That same hot van we used on the Rolex. We drove over there early. Yeah, it just got dark, pulled up to the filler station. I mean, the liquor store or something. And the guy had a Regal with some Dayton's on it. I seen the rims and I was past, so I pulled up on there, parked right by him, and he saw us parked right there by the car. So he came out, got in his car, and got ready to leave. So I started pulling off, and I flagged him. I said, asked him, do you want to buy some music, some amps, and all that shit? He said, yeah, what you got? I tried to get him to get out the car so I could jack him for his car. He said, I told him go in the store and get an ink pen and write his number down. Write my number down. He said just follow him around the corner to his restaurant. So we went around the corner. He went in the club. A lot of people on the lot watching. He came back. I'm sitting in the passenger side. I got my drive in there. I got the Glock. I took the gloves off my hand so he wouldn't see gloves on my hand. I had the Glock sitting right on my side. And my other little guy, he was in the back with the Tech 9. So I took, dude wrote the number down right on the van on a piece of paper. Wrote my wrong page of number down. Then he walking away. I tell him, come here, won't you give me your number? And he said, hold up. He came back, started writing his number down. And I grabbed his arm. I said, nigga, get in. And he broke and ran. So I just started shooting out the door, and I opened the door and just started shooting at every motherfucker on the whole lot. Shooting at him, every motherfucker on the lot. Then, and the little guy in the back, he ain't opened the door because the door on the van swing open. And he ain't want to block my shots. But I seen the dude fall. I shot at least about 6 times. Then I jumped back in the van, we pulled off, and soon we get about to the end of the club, it's a door, every motherfucker on the whole lot, shooting at him, every motherfucker on the lot. Then, and the little guy in the back, he ain't open the door because the door on the van swing open, and he ain't want to block my shots. But I seen the dude fall. I shot at least about 6 times. Then I jumped back in the van, we pulled off, and soon we get about to the end of the club, it's a door. Everybody started coming to the door looking out. I just shot at all of them while we was speeding off. And I grabbed his arm. I said, nigga, get in.
Now this is the indictment of Eric Bovan. If you don't know who Eric Bovan is, well, he was an infamous kingpin in Memphis, Tennessee. Some people would say he may have been Big Jook's father. I'm not sure. They damn sure look alike. But that's where Big Jook lost his life, got murdered at Eric Bovan's repast. So they was close. I think he was affiliated with Big Jook's auntie, Linda Faye Mims. And that's that. Now, since we just went over the good love doctor, look at these dates right here. Remember I told y'all in his wife's testimony, Dr. Fear Now, Dan, as she called him. This is Bovan's. Bovan's. Between in or about July 2009 until about October 29th, 2009, right? October 29th, 2009. Mysteriously, coincidentally, if as a better word, that correlates with the last date or the day before they arrested the good doctor. Now remember, the good doctor and the feds and the DA had informants, CIs going in and out the office, setting up the good doctor, getting video recordings and coming out with prescription. They go that date again on count 3. Now, as we about to put two and two together, we can speculate because I can't really prove, or nor am I even really trying to prove, that Eric Bovan may have been one of those people, them CIs. But the dates is sure are October 29th, 2009. I'm gonna let y'all be your own. Make your own opinion. Let's go. Let me show y'all some more stuff. True. All right, y'all. Specifically, we're going straight to the part that's important for this video. I'm gonna scroll slow. Anybody want to slow it down and read the whole thing? You're welcome to. But this is a federal investigation beginning in late 2008. The DEA started investigating Dr. Firnow. As you can see, that's CS1, CS2. They had they had up to 5 CIs. And here go a few names. Y'all can do all that. We're trying to go to October of 2009 so that y'all can put two and two together and tell me what you think. Now, this is beginning October 2nd, 2009. CS3, 4. So that's just the only thing I'm doing because I'm not going to read all of this. We're trying to get to the end of October, which is that's October the 9th. Here go October 21st around this time. CS5, that's a female. October 23rd, right? Y'all can read all that. And just remember the 2 dates. October the 30th, that's the day before. Now remember, Bovan, he already pled guilty. Got 3 years. On his Bovan's last date was October 29th. The very next day, they executed a federal search warrant. And that's basically the only thing I'm showing y'all is that could he have been one of these CIs? Yes or no? It don't matter to me. But Govan knows. Now let's go. True. Yeah, y'all. To make a long story short, it seems like Eric Bovan was a part of Dr. Firnow's case. If you look at the dates, right? So we just gonna make this video and leave it at what it is, and y'all review all the exhibits and read along, and then we'll make another video and ask Hernandez Govan, Orange Mountain Quit, how close was he, since he don't know your Gotti, to Bovan? Because we know one thing, he was involved in this the Love Doctors case one way or another, as somebody came out and brought it to our attention. So with that being said, we're gonna read a little bit of this the Love Doctors paperwork, and then I'm gonna let y'all see who the CI number 1. I think they got 4 or 5 or maybe 6 confidential informants, and look at the dates and then put 2 and 2 together. True, I'm out. I ain't saying nothing. Like, share, subscribe, bow, support. Cash App $, True Results number 2. Stay safe, stay true, and stay blessed. Once again, happy holidays to each and every one of you. True out. So this is direct testimony from Dr. Firnow's wife in court at his federal trial. She's gonna tell everything that she know. I want y'all to pay attention. May I call Beth Firnow? Mr. Ganguly, are you bringing Miss Firnow as a witness, or is she going to make statements to the court? Both, Judge. All right. Courtroom deputy, please raise your right hand. Beth Firnow, after having been duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. Courtroom deputy. You may be seated. Direct examination by Mr. Ganguly. Ma'am, would you please tell us your full name? Beth Fearnow. You related to Dr. Fearnow? I am his wife. How long have you and Dr. Fearnow been married? 35 years. Do you intend to stay married to Dr. Fearnow? Probably not. How did you and Dr. Fearnow meet? We were in college together and both in biology degrees. So we met in similar classes or in class. Where did you and he attend college? Covenant College on Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. What has life been like for the last 35 years? Good and bad. It's we never had a lot of money. I always thought that marrying a physician, we would have a different lifestyle than we did. But Dan, as she called him, was interested in helping people and always felt like his job was his mission. I have seen him have struggles with his self-confidence and with his with not letting people use and abuse him. I always felt like he did that too much in his office by allowing people to come and not pay and spending too much time with patients and things like that. And then it got to the point where people who wanted to use him started to use him for things that he did not recognize as being wrong. And so that became more and more difficult for me to try to tell him what was right and wrong. And he was not able to discern that. So it's been sort of difficult. Was he a good businessman? Or was he just not very good at the business side of medicine? That wasn't the side he was interested in. He was interested in helping people, and he did do well when he started, but he got busy because he spent so much time with patients that he got busy and was not able to keep up with that the way he needed to, and he could have been a better businessman, but he did provide for us. How many hours a day would he work? He probably worked about 10 or 11 hours a day most days. When you say that he provided for us, did you and Dr. Fearnow raise a family? We did. We have 3 children and we raised them. How old are the children? They are now, Laura is 26, Jenny is 24, Seth is 18. Is your son, did he just graduate from high school? He did. What do your daughters do? My daughter Laura is a teacher at Millerton Elementary School, 2nd grade teacher. My daughter Jenny works for AmeriCorps Vista in Charlottesville, Virginia. What sorts of impact has the indictment, the plea, and the events surrounding the indictment had on your family? It's been very difficult. We earnestly have wanted to see Dan get the help he needs. He hasn't been able until recently to see that he needed it. I have just recent. The house is going into foreclosure right now. I have sold off about 3/4 of my stuff trying to get enough money to figure out where I can go. I've got to figure out a career for myself. I'm 57 and I've got to figure out what I can do, where I can get benefits. It's been hard. It's been real hard. Sorry. Thank you. Brief pause. It has been hard to watch Dan not knowing that people were using him so much and not even realizing that he was being used and that they were taking his money and ruining him. Ma'am, what are you going to do if and when Dr. Fearnow is sentenced to prison? I'm going to find a job. I'm going to find a place to live. I'm going to move on to something. I've not had a career in my life. I've depended on him. So I've had part-time job in the last 4 years. My employer has been has been very gracious to allow me to learn some new graphic skills, but I don't think that's going to be something I can provide for myself with. And his disability was denied, even though he's on a lot of antidepressants. So, I don't have any money coming in from any source other than my part-time job right now and people helping me. So I'm not sure about that yet. What sort of father was Dr. Phil now to your children? He was a very loving father. He was very gentle. He was very almost too lenient. Although when he needs to be, he disciplined them. He told them about God. I think the hardest thing about this whole thing is that he hurt his kids so much and been a poor example to them, and he didn't realize that until recently. No further questions, Your Honor. Now they turning over the witness, his wife, to Mr. Giluli, Mr. G. Mr. G, he's on cross-examination. Miss Fairnow, did you know that your husband was dealing prescriptions to drug dealers? I knew that there were people who were pushing him for drugs, and I found records. I checked his phone, and I found records of people writing messages that were obscene and nasty and demanding medicines from him. So I knew that was happening, yes. This is the part where they say Hernandez Govan was one of his freaky deaky partners. I bet this message is from Govan in his phone. But you know how the feds work with one of their workers, right? Did you know that he actually got paid money for prescriptions? I know that when you sent I know that when you sent plants in, oh, she talking about the informers. I know that when you sent plants in, she talking about the undercovers. Yes, they gave him money. I don't believe he got any money unless people gave it to him, and I don't believe that there was much money involved in any transaction. I know that when you send people in, yes, they did give him money so that, yes, he did get money for prescriptions in that regard. Did you know that he would leave your house and meet people in order to engage in drug deals? I did not know that he was doing that. Did you know that he put vehicles in his name and let drug dealers drive them? Go bang. Let me find out. I knew that there were a couple of vehicles that someone had bought in his name, and I tried to get something done about that because I called the companies that had them. I wasn't getting anywhere with that. I did not know what the situation was, but he had his wallet stolen shortly before that happened. And I assumed that he had, somebody had stole his identity and used it to buy those vehicles. You don't know how much money he received? Is that fair to say? Yes, that's fair. And I don't know the extent to which he was prescribing medications also. I asked him if he was doing that at one point, and told him, this is wrong. You're going to get arrested. You're going to go to jail if you do this. And he told me he had stopped. So I did not know, but he hadn't. He hadn't. No. Nothing further, Judge. Anything else, Mr. Ganguli? Just an omitted question. Redirect examination. Ms. Fairnow, after the incident was unsealed and your husband arrested in October 2009, I want y'all to keep that very close. Did anything unusual happen to your home or your property? Yes, my house was searched the day that he was arrested. Apparently, Dan was told that they would not do a lot to the house when they searched it, and yet I had spent hours trying to go through records that we had taken from the property at 658 North Perkins, trying to separate those. They were dumped in a huge pile in the middle of the floor, obviously, to make life miserable for me. Also, there was a skeleton model that was in a box in one room, and it was taken from the box, taken out of that room, and placed in my bed. So that was greeting me when I got home after that. There have also been people that drove by the house, and I questioned what was, whether they had slowed down, and I questioned what was going on with that. I was concerned for my safety because I knew that he had people threaten him at his office. Y'all paying attention? And one guy who was supposed to be fixing the roof chopped holes in it because he was mad at him. He had the window broken out of his car. So I did feel that I was threatened. I felt threatened. Now remember, y'all, Dr. Feardown was homosexual. And that's what the rumors came out that Govan may have been in a relationship with him. I haven't proven that yet, but somebody else did, close to Govan. Thank you. No further question, Your Honor. The court, thank you, Mr. Galuli. Recross examination. Did you see anyone put the skeleton in your bed? It was left there after the DEA agents had ransacked the house. So your answer is no. No one had been in the house in that time. My neighbor saw the cars there, and in that time between when those cars left and I came, the skeleton had arrived in my bed. Did you see him put it there? No, I did not. Nothing for the judge. Thank you, Miss Farrell. Now you may step down. She leaves the stand. Dr. Fearnow, however, would like to make a statement to the court at the appropriate time. All right, that concludes your proof. And there y'all go with the wife's testimony on her bisexual, whatever you want to call it, gay husband. Now let's get into it. Remember the date of October 2009, because we could have switched gears to somebody close to Yo Gotti, Big Jook, and Govan. True.